Well, hi YouTubers. Okay, book 14 of the 365 100 books. And for those who actually follow these videos, yes, I love books. I love books. I have since I was little. I was quite fortunate. See, my parents are readers, and my siblings are 3 and 4 years older than me. So when my parents were teaching them to read, I was a babe, but I was absorbing everything. So when at the age of 4, I could just pick up a book and read it independently. So yeah, now I've never ever turned this camera around, but it's books. It's just books. Bookcase there, bookcase there. My dressing table is where I'm stacking the books for the 365 100, which is starting to go down mercifully. Bookcase and DVD case. Bookcase, bookcase, and up there's a bookcase. I like books. I love me the books. So it's quite funny, okay, I'll be drawn to a book called How to Find Love in a Bookshop by Veronica Henry. I love the name, that Veronica Henry. It just kind of rolls. You can imagine that as like a Shakespearean actress, can't you? Dame Veronica Henry. Lovely. So, Amelia has just lost her father, and she's absolutely devastated. And I lost my own last year, so I can definitely relate. So she moves from abroad where she's been like teaching English, and comes back to the Cotswolds to put the bookshop back together. And this is where it's really comes into play, because her father Julius, who you meet briefly at the beginning, he has not had the most easiest of lives. He lost his girlfriend in childbirth, was left to become a single father, and managed to put the bookshop, the Nightingale bookshop, together. And then he just didn't take care of it as he should, and now Amelia has inherited the bookshop and inherited his errors. Yes, exactly. So Amelia has this job to turn the bookshop around, keep her father's legacy going. And this is where it comes into play, because this book is not about Amelia. It's about everyone else who comes into the bookshop. It's kind of like Amelia's the centre, but everyone else evolves around this. It's about this very colourful cast of characters who come into the bookshop and how their lives are impacted or changed because of books. Now, naturally, each story needs a villain, and there's a character called Mendip who basically wants the property, or part of the property, that the bookshop's on. But the thing is, he's in there, but he's not in it enough to be antagonistic. That's one thing I liked about this book. The way you think it will plan out doesn't. There's some nice kind of subversions and twists, okay? But these are characters that I just fell in love with. Favourites, okay? Thomasina, a young chef who has zero confidence in herself or her ability, and even though she's a fantastic chef, and her assistant Lauren, and I love Lauren. I want to meet Lauren again. And it's about trying to find the confidence to kind of be yourself and kind of connect with people. And it's some bits with Thomasina, and I love Thomasina. It's such a great name. It's about connecting with people. So yeah, so it's about trying to find love in the most kind of unexpected way, and kind of trying to push yourself out there. Yeah, it's about a young single father called Jackson, who uses books to kind of reconnect with his son and his estranged partner. And this is where the subversion comes in, because normally in this kind of fiction, Jackson and Amelia would have got together, because that's how it normally happens. No spoilers, but I'm going to give you an example of how well written this book is. I just love this chapter because I've been here, okay? This is page 204, and Jackson's gone into the bookshop for the first time because he's never actually read a book in his life, and he wants to reconnect with his son, called Finn. Here we go. Amelia walks slowly up and down the children's bookshelves, turning over possibilities in her mind. Every now and then she would stop, pluck a book out, study it, and then put it back. She wasn't sure she had ever met anyone who had never read a book before. What made the choice even more difficult? She was determined not to put him and his son off for life. She had to hook them in, and she didn't want to patronise him. He might not be a reader, but he clearly had a lively mind. She mustn't judge. What's your name? Sorry, what's his name? Your son. Finn. The bloke smiled proudly. Ah, said Amelia. That makes the task a whole lot easier. She picked out a book and walked back over to her new customer, who looked at her with an eager curiosity. She laid it on the counter in front of him. This is one of my favourites of all time. Finn Family Moving Troll. A book I read myself when I was little, and I actually loved it. So, that is the example. It's about find how literature can just connect people. End of the day, people in life may let you down, but a book never does. This is the kind of book, though, okay, which is kind of plays quite nicely into the class system. There's a subplot regarding kind of like a princess of the manor, if you will, and the gardener who kind of lusts after her. There is a subplot about a young mother who used to have a high-flying job in London, trying to find herself, now living in the Cotswolds. And it kind of plays a lot, okay, with gender expectations too. That's the thing, I don't want to spoil anything. I just really, really want to recommend this book. So it's just when I out, it's bad again. This book will just pull you in. You will just devour and love it as much as I did. So, and the reason I'm doing this review now, the reason I've read this review is this. My district each year do like a cultural festival for a month, and this month Veronica Henry is actually doing an event, okay, like scones and high tea, and I just love the thought, okay, of sipping there, you know, eating scones with cottage cream and jam, and you know, drinking coffee actually, because I hate tea, from little china cups, you know, where her and a bunch of other authors will be doing talks and signings and events. I'm going to put a link to it right under this. I'm working on that day, so I'm going to see if I can go, but I'm not sure if I can go. But even if I can't go, I hope it's a fantastic event. So this book will just pull you in. You will be smiling by the end of this. And this is a book where, I'll be honest, there's such a diverse, colourful characters. I want to meet them again. I still want to meet them again. I want to see. At the end, there is some closure, but there's still kind of questions regarding Amelia and her family, regarding what happens next, and I need to see what happens next. So, to Miss Henry, please write a sequel, okay, please? So, anyway, I've been geeking out enough about this book, so I'm going to sign off here. Physics 5 100 Books, take care, YouTubers, and sign off. Mwah. Bye now.